That should now work, he says. It's amazing. It's almost like I'm a tech person. 20k green, thank God. It actually works. Like intended, not like how it worked, 5 minutes ago where it didn't. Oh, okay, I need to maybe readjust that a smidge. Cool. Still 20k green 1 minute in. I'm happy with that. We'll keep an eye on it. I love how the first run at this was so unstable. It dropped the stream entirely. That was pretty cool. Lesson learned though. I will find the specifics of why that was broken later. I have two things it could have been. But we know for the future. That's the main thing, it works. We can figure out the whys and whatnot later. Welcome to Anno 1404. This is Anno 1404 Venice, but it's just because it's the historic edition and Venice was the expansion for that game. Damn, he actually gets picked up on that. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of barking in the background. Don't worry about it too much. It's really funny. Okay, cool. So I have a plan with this sort of thing, as I kind of wanted to stream through all the Anno games. So we're going to start with 1404, which is what we've got loaded up here. 1404 isn't the first Anno game, but it's the first in terms of year. So we're going to go by term of year. So we're going to start with 1404, then it's 1503, 1602? You get the gist. We're going to go all the way up until we end up in sci-fi land with 2070 and 2205 at the end. Pretty simple goal of the bare minimum that I want to do in each game is reach the end tier population and get all the goods. So like in this game it's going to be noblemen and getting like candlesticks and wine, marzipan for the envoys, all that kind of stuff. We'll build the monuments if we can. For this game I know what I'm doing, but for the older games which we're going to hit quite quickly after this one, I have no idea what I'm doing. So it should be quite a laugh, at least to watch. Just going to be out of my depth. But we'll start this. Good old Anonymous. And yeah, it's kind of crazy how pretty this game still is, which we will see when we get in.
Relax as you settle a peaceful world.
Let's
all the challenges
adjust one of these.
We are bound to get along splendidly.
Hard is fine. I just don't want it to be too miserable. So I want large islands. I don't mind if the fertilities are terrible. Don't want to go higher than medium. Hard has a lot of really horrible island types on it I'm not a fan of. I have no idea for a specific seed, so that's fine. No construction refunds. Fire, tornadoes, sandstorms, plagues, thunderstorms, volcano. Nice one. Flagship, 10 grand, no reveal map, no starting items. Sabotage I'm almost tempted to turn off because it's an absolute nightmare, as is City Council. But we'll leave them on for the sake of playing the game.
Not quite the acquaintance
how difficult this is going to be is purely going to come down to how lucky we are at the start. Because 1404 is very old school in terms of everyone starts in the same place and they just go whichever direction you hope stuff is. If you've played the seed and you know the map, that's great, but if you don't, it's horrible. I don't necessarily want to set an end point. We can do that ourselves, so we will call it when we call it. I imagine though we will reach at least 5k of each of these anyway. Yeah, and we're gonna need the land. We'll probably kill all the AI as well. But anyway, let's go. Start this off. See how much I can actually remember on how to play this game properly. It's been quite a while since I last revisited it. I think the last time I played it was like... Was it 2020? Or 2019? I remember playing Imperator way back. It was 2018, 2019, 2020. It's hard to remember, it all blends together. I remember I came back to play Imperator because I never finished Imperator originally when I was younger. I wanted to finish it. So I did that. Oh, I forgot how good the soundtrack was as well. It's so good. I do hope my volume balancing's fine. Like, obviously I've balanced it from my end, but that might not necessarily mean it's good for everything else, because I have a lot of stuff filtering it before it hits my headphones. We need to be quick.
I'd be delighted you've got a good deal. Doors of my store. I accept this trade.
That APM should put me to
You've
shame.
got a good deal there.
That honestly looks really good.
You have sight. You can use this ship to find a new homeland. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll even sail it into Oriental waters.
It's got a river.
You're an honourable fellow. The Emperor will hear about this.
I mean, I'm already liking how much building space I see so far. It's not ideal, but this is usable. I'm kind of worried there's a much better one to the north here, though. We could get something with even more land on it. And that would be the ideal, so...
A new island has been sighted.
Oh, that's not livable. Let's keep going. There should be one more further up from this. Yeah, over there. Those rocks.
Land ahoy!
Yes! How big are you? Plenty big. This is where we're going. We're taking this one. It's probably about the same size as that other one, but there's possibly only one island better than this at the moment, so we're claiming this one. I'm amazed at how good this game looks in 4K as well. I mean, obviously we didn't nobody played this in 4K back in the day, but it's quite cool with the historic edition that you can play it in 4K and not have the UI be tiny and need to spend loads of time trying to scale it correctly. Hey, alright, all three of those lumberjacks are churning away at a good speed there. Where do I want the first town centre? It's probably going to go pretty close to the edge here. So we can go down. Going to lose a bit of building space here, but it's fine, we can fill that with something else. Can we have... Just get rid of the trees. Thank you, it makes my life so much easier. I think we'll put the church at the bottom so that it reaches the next section, which means I want the bottom section to have the bottom part to have the intersection favouring its side, so that street can be longer. So that means I want 5, 5. Those spaces get left empty. That space gets left empty, so we do something like this. Set them to happy, delete that. They should have fish now as well. Yeah, we have enough fish, so that's going to go up. Next one. Good stuff, good stuff. We have a ton of wood on the actual boat, so we're just going to hand all that over and keep building with it. keep things nice and simple. Okay, our new problem is tools, and that's fine because we're going to need the second fishery in a second. Just goes there. You still have enough? Yeah, you do. And I will want a small... We'll probably put it here, although we're going to want a charcoal burner here, and it's going to have to go there. Stonemason, cutters, toolsmiths. Our extra wood production should come from here. This sort of corner. So we'll speed the game up a smidge till we get 2 wood.
Your settlement has been awarded a new status.
Your
Go.
town is coming along splendidly. Keep up the good work.
%, 93. Okay, so he needs a couple trees. We're probably not going to go past 6 woodcutters just to begin with to keep things nice and simple. Now what we kind of need to do is go get to the Orient ASAP, to be honest. Big thing will be getting cider. Where on earth am I going to build the cider rectangle on this island? This island's decent, but it's not completely ideal. Trying to think where the edges of the town's going to be. So it's going to be here. And that's probably never going to go past there. So if we wanted cider, it would have to go here. And even then, there's no guarantee of getting the same on the other side. So is it maybe better if I make an ad hoc one? And then fill it in as I go? Probably is better to do it that way. It'll look horrible. Very un-1404, however, it's probably the best way of doing it. So if I have it stick out by 1, then it can fill a field in here. 3, 3. Okay, so it has to sit there, I think, if I want to make this work properly. So we'll wait till we have 5 wood, just because I'm too stupid to do this properly otherwise. Okay, that still didn't work. I forgot the building has an actual radius, because of course it does. And we can't move and we can't delete, so yeah, we'll just accept that for now. Okay.
So tell me, the doors of
Give me that, give me that, give me
storehouse
that.
is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm gonna guess and say he's like here. Onwards. And for the cider, I guess we'll just do that for now for the road. I would like to still end for Pipette. I love how certain things in these games never changes. It is actually quite nice. If we put a field here, we can definitely build all those houses out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we can. So the next 2 fields should probably go like that for now. I'm thinking he's now behind the... He's going to be behind this, either to the right or to the left. Surely. In the meantime though, we just play Peasant Simulator. Could you drag houses in the original? I don't think you could. The joys of the historic editions, I guess. I don't remember being able to drag houses like... Yeah, you definitely couldn't drag them to that extent anyway. I think, was it 2070 was the first game to do that, if I remember rightly? Or the first one I played anyway that could do that. That's them right there. Almost sailed past them.
Glittering on the horizon.
Hey, the Grand Vizier. So the north half of the map, for anyone who's never seen this game before, north half of the map is like temperate. So think of it like sort of European style. So it's the Occident, and the Orient being the Orient is sort of, I think where it would be, like Middle Eastern.
Intend this the people? Are you interested?
We're going to buy the tools from the Vizier because he gives us the tools cheaper than everyone else does.
You have forged the
Now what we need to find ASAP is an island with dates and spices on it.
This ship shall carry you to new shores.
In the meantime, we shall spam peasants because peasants make money. And we should have... We're at 45 peasant houses. Should be more than enough for how much fish and cider we're making. If we find we're at a deficit, then we can adjust it. But we should find that stuff goes up quite drastically. We're going to start filling out this section so that when we build our chapel we
You
can
have
fill
discovered
it.
a new island.
Discovered a new island. It's interesting, don't get me wrong.
Land sighted.
It's just not very, you know, enticing. This is, however, depending on how big it is. That is a really big lake though, which is sort of cutting off a lot of the land that you would want to use. It's usable as a start, but it's not a very big island. So we'll keep
You
looking.
have discovered a building on an island.
Might actually send Topaz this way. Corsairs are likely to be here or here. We want to delay talking to them as long as we can, like most Anno games. Avoid the pirate. He's gonna steal all your stuff. There's our cutoff for the church. I think I'm supposed to leave this space empty as well for the is it the debtor's prison? But I'm stupid and we're gonna pretend that's not a thing till we need to build it. And we can smash up some houses for it. Head that way. What do you see? What's that
You
over
have
there?
discovered a new island.
That's a... Okay, that's quite a useful island actually. It's very far away from us though. We would much prefer something
Land
closer
ahoy.
for something like that. Yeah, this looks infinitely more enticing. So it's much easier to manage these two. I don't know what's up with the giant.
You have discovered a building on an island.
The giant... This island is absolutely massive. This will more than do for our purposes. The fact that it has indigo as well and a customizable, will drop silk on it. That covers most of what we'd be worried about. I'm going to sail the flagship over, and I would ideally have the warehouse on the northernmost point here. If we're worried someone's going to come and ninja, we'll claim it with the Oriental ship, but I would rather do it with the Occidental ship because it's cheaper. How on earth do I want to set this up? It would be better to have it in the middle. So if we do a road like that, then we can do that, and that. Very ugly, but it fits, so I'm not complaining. So the name of the game at the beginning here is literally just get loads and loads and loads of peasants. Because we've only started on 10 grand, money is incredibly important, and the best way early doors is just to slum it. So yeah, our absolutely beautiful city, look how gorgeous it looks. But it's okay, because all they do all day is drink cider, so they'll be fine. Right. Yeah, so see here, it's going to cost 400 coin, 3 wood, 5 tools, and 20 upkeep. And whenever the flagship gets over here, should see that it'll be significantly cheaper. It should be 2 wood, 3 tools, and 10 upkeep, if I remember rightly. Yeah, 300, 3, 2, and 10. So it's cheaper to build this one. It is worse because it doesn't have as many market carts. But you don't need those at this stage of the game. You need efficiency more than anything else.
These are the first building plans.
A courageous decision. You're bound to encounter new challenges in the Orient.
So what you do in the Orient, it's nice and simple.
The Sultan also allows foreigners to settle here in the Orient.
You build this. Nice and straightforward. Build this. And what you do is you build 5 houses like that. 5 houses like that. 5 houses like that. When they fully move in, that's going to unlock the next 3 sets of things, milestones for this town. Can you guys be happier, please? Then what we do is we go over to this little corner here. Ideally we don't use any grass actually. We'll leave as much of that as possible. And then we come out. I'm trying to think where's a good place to put this. If we do that for now, that'll do. Then what you also want somewhere, put him here, is a woodcutter. So that this place can make its own wood. Then what we're going to do is we're going to 1/2 inch an absolute ton of tools. We're going to swing back by this guy, we'll swing back by Northborough, and then we'll pick everything else up. We'll leave Topaz here just now. I believe we only need 2 tools for the goat farm. I could be completely wrong though. Readjust our camera again and let's have a wee look. Okay, there is not a ton of variety in some of these house models. That will get slightly better as we go on, where it's less noticeable or more desirable to look at. But yeah, for now, we're just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, we are going to place the chapel here. Now you're probably wondering, why have you left all this space? There's an even better building later on that we're going to put there instead. It's going to look awesome, trust me. And I've left this space open because I can't remember what I put there, but I know something goes there, and I am too stupid to remember to leave that space correctly. So we're doing this instead. For now, at least. So we are pretty good on fish is finally in decline because we've got that many peeps eating it. What we're going to do now is enable them to be promoted. So instead of them being on happy, they're going to be on euphoric. You can get away with up to yellow here, so calm. It's quite a clever mechanic in this. I miss balancing the taxes. Like 1800 doesn't really have anything like this. They sort of did away with it. Plus 2 games now actually. 2 games now, there's no tax bar. It's weird.
Your building opportunities have been expanded.
Cool. And you see Wolfhaven there's grown, that's going to give us more stuff. We're going to wait until we have 16 of these. I'm going to manually promote these ones here, pretty much. Basically everything in this inner bracket. Everything else can kind of get ignored. Cool. Neptune's back at the Vizier. Let's grab the tools.
It's a deal.
Let's sail on. And you'll notice that even though I'm starting to make some pretty decent money per minute here, it's still just not good enough. And this isn't as good a spot for the goat's milk as I thought it was. If I put one there, I'm going to have to build a bridge, and that's something I really don't want to have to do. And if we go here, it's slightly awkward, but then we can do that. It's a little bit of wasted space, but it could have been a lot worse. we go for that, I think. Oh, we only needed the one tool. The spice farms will need 2, and we'll probably need another warehouse. I can fit 1 in here. I should be able to fit 2, but I'm really inefficient and stupid, so not going to give any guarantees there.
I always knew coming
We'll
to
start
your
promoting the
town was
first
a
couple of these
good
guys,
idea.
so we can get them onto happy. That's 8. That's 12. So we need 4 more.
It appears that you take...
The quicker I can get these peasants back to where they were before, the quicker we can make enough money to actually build the thing we're going to need soon. There it is. Nice one. Switch the peasants back to happy.
It appears that you take good care of your population.
Back to building peasant houses.
I congratulate you on
One
this
really cool thing here is you'll notice that we couldn't build the road from
Another
the
player
marketplace
has built an oriental
because we have warehouse range. We can do that here. That's very quick by the AI, or at least I feel it like it's quick. It definitely isn't. It's just that I'm slow. Okay. But we need to keep building peasants. It's really important that we keep our income up. I'm going to leave a space there for whatever it is I think needs to go there, and we'll just keep building peasants. Try and get our income up even higher. Once all these guys move in, they're going to unlock the next tier of stuff, which is the tool making, which is the next big one, so we can make our own tools.
I'd have no objection.
Which is why I'm hoovering up all the tools on my way home, because we need a ton of tools to build the tools.
I'd be happy to help you.
As well as money, and it's quite expensive to make tools.
Excellent.
Right. So we need a stone mason, so we'll get that now. So we can start getting some of the stone, because we will need a bit of stone to build all this up. And then we're going to build a warehouse over here, and we're going to have the tool production be in this sort of corner, where we can hopefully ram a few other things in this corner as well. That should be quite good. Another thing we will need is an absolute ton of wood, but we can worry about saving that. We're not as worried about making cash, because money is the main milestone at the moment. I think, is it 500 a tool shop, 500 for the smelter, 1.2k for the mine, and however much for the charcoaler. Off the top of my head. It's amazing the kind of stuff you remember about these kind of games. It's mad. We'll see how right I am.
You know,
There's a chance
how
I'm
to
completely
lead a
wrong.
settlement to success.
Nice one. 28 tools. Here's hoping that's enough. Now that we've done that, we're going to go on a wee explore. So we'll send the flagship off to go do that. While we're waiting, we'll get Topaz
Your
to
building
do
opportunities have been expanded.
that stuff. So let's have a quick wee look. 900, I was way off. 250, 600 and 500. So the only one I got right was the tool make. That's good. That's good to know. I am just making stuff up. How do I want to do this? That looks nice, but it might not be when it comes to... I should plan the charcoaler first, which realistically can only go there. It's not going to get enough efficiency up in that corner. So the charcoaler goes here. I may as well then, to be honest. And what we can do is have a road that just cuts down.
You have discovered another player's island.
We'll build the iron mine and the charcoaler first.
Enchanté. Baroness Zanki.
Okay, that's bad that we found her. I was hoping to not meet her yet. The one downside to trying to explore for stuff. 2 more stone. Each of these are only 2 stone as well. Yeah, so the 1 stone mason's more than fine for what we're doing at the moment. That's good. These guys are now maxed out, so we're just going to set them to calm. And it's going to annoy them, but I don't care. We still have peasants moving in, and we're still building peasants, so that's fine as well. We are going to need another
How
marketplace.
discourteous to push a lady.
And that's why I didn't want to meet her yet.
Oh, come in.
She's the most dangerous AI on the screen at the moment, and we're almost at war already, and we're not even out of citizens yet. can't remember if she's going to get annoyed if we beat her to patricians or not. Knowing my luck, she'll get annoyed at us.
Feel free to come and...
Which will end badly for us. So, what we want to buy is you guys...
I saw loads of camels at
They're
the
fully
bazaar
moved
today.
in now. So what we want is the second tier,
Come on,
so that we can get access
make
to that
yourself
stuff.
familiar.
I hope you find what you...
Let's unlock it, buy it,
Let's shake on it.
ship that down. We can buy more tools to go with the wood, and hopefully that'll cover spices nice and easy for us. We can now build the iron mine though, so let's build that. Smelter's probably going to go here. I'll probably have a small batch of like factories in this corner, if I'm honest. No more houses can fit in there, so we'll just build a wee road just to mark it.
You have discovered a new island.
So I'm trying to think where I want to put the transitional road for you. Just one up from that. In fact, we could do it there, because it's got more than enough trees. So that works for now. We should be able to get away with putting the stonemason in without breaking this. If we do, we can place some more trees. It's not the end of the world. What I want there to be is just a little bit of coal, a little bit of iron before we build the smelter, and then so on. And it'll be the same. We'll leave the smelter running for a little bit before we start making tools. The rest of this process only takes up 15. I don't want to do that because I'll have to build a repair crane, and I don't have access to that yet. Boats don't naturally repair.
Put
so
in a little more
no.
effort. This is for the good of the Empire.
So she... Mirror Creek. Yeah, she's right next to us.
A player has
Very
opened up
close to
new
popping
land.
partisans as well. Patricians, sorry. Not partisans. Patricians.
You have discovered a building on an island.
Let's go with that. So yeah, there should be some iron ore
Are
and
you
there should be
trying
some
to
coal
assure
to go in
me
there.
or look upon my gesture?
Perfect.
Ah,
Do you sell silk seeds? He does.
You
Buy
have
them
discovered
now.
a fair trade. Good.
I'll buy some tools off you as well.
I'm in full
Ship them
agreement. A fair trade.
Nice one. We're not going to do this for quite a while.
You are capable of such a...
But yeah, I can't believe she got annoyed at that as well. You'd be kidding me. This is going to be a very bloody beginning of this game. I can already tell. There's going to be a death war pretty early doors. So we could build the marketplace, but then we wouldn't be able to build
You have discovered a
the
building
fisheries
on
or
an
the
island.
cider required to maintain it all. So we are going to opt for the extra fishery and call that a day. This wood's going to start backing up, but it's fine. Not too much can be done about it. We'll set them to calm now as well. We are just waiting on getting the toolsmiths up. Do something
Land
like that.
sighted.
That's kind of cool. Land ahoy. What have we got? Just cider and bees. It's really not very sexy, although I think that's the only bee fertility on the map that we've found so far, so it is relevant. We've used so little of the island. Saying that, the island's really
Land
small.
sighted.
Maybe I picked
Another
the wrong
player has
island
built
here.
an oriental settlement.
That feels bigger. This was the first one we spied. We're not going to have an absolute mega city by any means, though. We're probably going to have to expand onto quite a few of this. This is definitely the best one. I think Gold River was the biggest. The river makes it a nightmare.
You have discovered a new
I
island.
think that and Mirror Creek. I think we took like the third worst. Or third best, depending on how you want to look at things. Second worst and third best, yeah. Depending on which one's more your way of looking at the world. We can at least set up spices now, so let's kick that off nice and early. Because I'm bad for leaving it for too long. Cool.
A prist.
Can't really fix the inefficiency of how I've done that. We'll put the rope maker in that space there. I think that'll look quite cool. Okay. We have at least one tool cycle set up, which means this can now self-expand to an extent. So what we will want is... should be able to fit quite a few fisheries in there. We can, right? Cool. That's perfect then. What we will do, we'll pop this in here, build a wee road around it. We'll use this to get more fish, because that seems to be the thing we are struggling with more than anything else. So we'll build that out.
Game saved.
Things could be better.
Drop them down, and we will pipette tool this. Now I'm trying to remember how much of a gap we need, because I am not the best with that type of stuff, right? What we can do is try and guesstimate it. What we may do is place one of these so I can figure it out and then delete the warehouse. Ideally we don't do that. So 1, 2, 3, it's one house. 1, 2, 3, it's two houses. 1, 2, 3, three houses. 2, 3, 4 houses. Actually, I've just remembered the trick. Yeah, I've just remembered the trick. I'm really stupid. That's it there. And the reason I know that's it there is because that road is on the exact border. So if that road is on this place's exact border and it lines up with the bottom road, then it all lines up. So we'll place it. We will leave a space. Let's say 4 at the back there. Yeah. We'll leave a space like that, and we can put the debtor's jail in there if we get to that stage. I'm sure we're going to die a horrible death because of the barrenness before we get there, but we'll go with that for now. We are going to need way more cider soon, but we can build that when we actually need it. How are we doing on the spices? They are slowly accumulating. Good stuff. We probably can get away with building the next one in this corner. It's going to slightly overburden the warehouse. It's not the end of the world. And I want to use as much of this grass as I can get away with. Well, that was quite inefficient. Yeah.
You have discovered a new island.
What we can do though, ship that if you would. So now what we want to do is expand our population so we can afford to run 2 tool smelters. Which is going to get built, I have no idea where. Because we're already pretty tight on space, but yeah. Ideally I'm going to use all of this for housing. We're going to cram in farms wherever we can't just lamp houses. I want to use as much of this land as possible. We don't want to be claiming an extra island for things like cider and whatnot. It's less than ideal. What I really should do though, bring the flagship back and come this way. I need to know what's closer to me in terms of like beer islands and whatnot. What we can also do is if you take all that wood and bring that back, that would be grand. We're also going to start banking honour. I would love to not have to, but if this comes to an early war, we're going to need the auxiliary fleet, I think. That is going to be a must. Where did I put my tavern in this? Oh, it's the tavern that's supposed to go at the back of the church, isn't it? Those two citizen houses shouldn't be there. That's quite a painful mistake. We'll deal with that when we deal with it. What we will do is upgrade this when we have 2 wood, because at the moment we're limited by how many carts. That's why our wood production's so spiky. We have like none and then we have loads. And we can also get an extra wood cutter in because we need wood. We're making relatively good money though. We're back up to almost 8 grand. So it's something, at least. I've also built on the spaces I shouldn't have, which is bad. Delete those. It's a miracle I can even play these games, honestly. Right. Keep going. How's the stream looking? Bitrate spiky every now and again, but other than that we're good, and chat is still empty because it's Anno 1404. To be fair, I wouldn't imagine anyone would actually want to come watch Anno 1404. Not that it's not a great game, it's just a case of like I went looking for the tag for it, for like YouTube's like, oh, you want to assign a tag, and I'm like, yeah, sure, let's put the tag down for Anno 1404. I don't think there is one because I couldn't find it. So interesting lesson. I can get away with a cider farm here. I will have to build another warehouse along, but that's fine.
An island was sighted.
Keep cramming these into the corners. One there. Either way, I waste 3 tiles. Not the best.
You have discovered a building on an island.
This one. That wood injection is actually going to help quite a bit. Right, we are steaming along here now, and I want to get more stone for a start. Where it doesn't need to be to reach that. We can fill this in with more trees, which is fine. We just have to not put anything else blocking this thing. I would love a rope maker as well at this stage, so we can get ahead on the rope, but we'll focus the tools, we'll get the rope after. So I reckon this corner is our best bet. That way we can get up to 3 stone, 2 tools. It's all pretty good, all things considered.
There is
so
a lack of company in your settlement.
we'll place this down, and what we're going to do is something akin to that. There's a lack of company where? Oh yeah, they don't have access to a road. Well, that was just bad. Okay. Exact same nonsense as last time. This is a bit more complicated because... Oh. That was quite a loud shout at someone outside. I do have the window open, so it will be... you will get the odd random noise. If the stone cutter goes here... I don't think this is enough space for a charcoaler. We can try, and I'm determined to try, so let's give it a proper run. Oh no, it has fit. That's actually amazing. It's really good for us. Okay, cool. We just need to get fit in the iron mine, and we'll build all this up as well. We really need more wood though, and I don't know where else I'm going to get more. What we could try and fit a woodcutter in here. He's going to need more trees, but we can just pay money to really cram the trees in. There we go, perfect. We can get away with an 8th woodcutter. That's going to help us big time. Can you have a quick look here and here, and then in this sort of corner, but not in the corner? There we go. What have you found so far? Surprised we haven't bumped into Venice yet either, though I imagine it's there. So that would have been a much better starting island again, even though it's awkward with the river. Grain and hemp, grain and herbs, but no river, which is a problem. Saying that, that's grain with a river. So we could potentially, like, nab both of those. It's not ideal, though. That has a river and cider and hemp. That would maybe free up some land, but then... Those are the only major ones I care about. We can get all the other stuff later. Yeah. We'll do that when we're popping patricians, though. We will not antagonise the angry lady any further until we do that, I think. She should be very close by now, though. Yeah. Great, the base of operations is up. Let the fun commence. There's going to be all sorts of arson and all sorts happening quite soon, I imagine. Fun, fun, fun. Right. Do I want a church here? Or will I have this as my borough and have the church on the corner going up into something less standard? Wow, okay. The medium AI has beat me. 2 patricians. That's good to know I am that bad at games these days. Nice one. Right. First toolmaker can go up. Where do I want to put it? To be honest, I'm tempted to just put it opposite their houses. Why not? Alright. We have burned an absolute ton of our income per minute though, so we do need to get making more money. Is it time to just start spamming citizens? I think it genuinely might be. Let's drop down, drop them down, actually keep them at that just now, and then we'll start promoting people. I think that's what we have to start doing now. We are going to delete these two so we can put the tavern there. But yeah, we'll roll with this for now. Cool. We got over here.
The settlement of another player has
It's going to be really
advanced.
funny to see how much of like background noise the mic is picking up, how much more adjusting I need to do as we go. It's going to be fun. We'll wait till that gets to quite a big number and then we're just going to mass promote. It's going to be awesome. While we're waiting on that becoming a very big number though, we may as well get more houses up. Because they're going to move in even faster with it on the lower tax level, I believe. I go send the flagship down, they can go find Venice for us, that'd be grand. Wolfshaven doesn't have iron, so it can't make its own tools, so we are going to ship tools down, and I'm cool with that. It's more than acceptable. Set them to happy so we can get more money in. And also, while we're waiting, let's do the trade route now for the spices. Nice and easy to do that one. It's the first sort of good these guys ask for, and it's a really easy one to cover. They don't eat a lot of it either. Linen garments is really annoying, and the pub is annoying because it's like 20 something stone or 40 stone.
An enemy henchman is causing trouble in your settlement.
There he is, the most inconspicuous man in the world. He's walking around a village full of like smelly peasants in the fanciest getup you've ever seen. That will get much harder to spot when things get bigger though. So the way that works is he'll leave the market and he'll try and infiltrate a house. If he infiltrates a citizen house, you can enact arson, and it's absolutely horrendous because not only does it destroy the house that he targets with it, but it sets like every house even remotely close by on fire at the same time. And we don't even have a fire station yet, never mind like that. So he would burn down about half the city. It's pretty rough.
Your building opportunities have been expanded.
We'll keep spamming that up though. We've got more than enough spice.
Your settlement wants for nothing.
This stuff's piling up, which is bad. It's just because it's prioritizing other wagons at the moment. Okay, we'll just keep promoting them for now. It's all fine.
Well then, show me the respect I deserve. Well then,
We're going to pay her off because she's going to be quite close to the next tier. I'm hoping we can get the next tier and we can delay any sort of armed kerfuffle. We should get ready to claim our island zone. Because we've just paid her off, I don't think she can declare war on us for a little while, so we should milk that as much as we can. So we're going to claim... What are we going to claim? I think we claim this island.
An island
And we'll claim
was
this
settled
island.
by another player. In the distance, you can hear the sound of the Venetian gondoliers.
There it is.
Ah, I have.
Venice. Okay. How on earth am I going to make any of the farms for this fit?
I am not going to make the mistake of resting on my laurels.
It's the AI giving me abuse for being old and slow. What we do, actually, is do something like this. As horrible as that is, there's so much wasted space. It's really bad. Yeah. Probably need more fish because it's dropping pretty damn fast. Need to leave some wood for the ship so it can actually found these islands.
Production has been disrupted. A player has opened up new land.
Which is exactly what I was scared of right there. We're gonna go claim these two. Nice and easy. They're very close as well, so they'll be easy to protect the trade route if we end up at war. Then our next biggest concern is ground invasion, if we end up with a bunch of angry soldiers trying to stab us. That will end up being not so good. We also should probably build fire stations, but I'm going to be honest, I am only building those when I absolutely need them. For the hemp, I don't know how to make this fit. This is all really rough shot, whereas this is quite flat and it's going to be easy to build out. It's still not really ideal. We are going to want all that stone, so I'm going to do cardinal sin and build a storehouse. I want as much stone as possible for when we pop patricians so we can get it done nice and fast. I think we do this. Oh, that was not the play. Oh no, that was not the play. That was definitely not the play. But we've done it now, too late. We can fix all this later. I'm sure everyone will be screaming at the monarch. What is he doing?
A thunderstorm is moving over the island world.
Why is he being so damn stupid? That is also atrocious. I don't know what I'm doing. But there we go. 3 hemp fields will do. We'll start with the rope maker. Or should we start with shirts actually? Because I kind of want to get going. I think maybe we start with shirts actually. Which is quite a terrifying thought. We'll get the shirts first. I think it's 2 hemp to each thing you want to make, but I honestly don't recall. Two shirt
A
makers
player
anyway.
has opened up new land.
That's actually a really nice patrician area.
Oh, very good.
Baroness would normally get really grumpy, but I think because we paid her off, we are in the clear there. Right, once the linen starts coming in, we'll build the pub ahead of time because I'm slow. It also gets the stone out of storage. How do I want to face it actually? Do we want to face it this way or that way? It actually doesn't matter too much. There's no housing in here, which is just very horrible. We can have it there now though. I think we go down the pub. So we have it there. I think we go for that. What I want to grid out, right? We'll mark that as the edge of the fields. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's actually perfect apparently. Which it is, funny enough. Cool. We continue this down, and then I want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's perfect as well. And then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. To go this way. Delete you. And what I want is a market that sort of slides into this gap. Yeah, so we can keep putting houses in. One.
Your assistance in this matter would be most
I
welcome.
think we go for this. That's the best I'm gonna get away with as well. Fortunately. I'm gonna leave that space there
My wife
empty.
thinks you handle your affairs really well.
Your
So we're getting
assistance in this matter.
sink the fleeing
There's
ship.
still time.
No, because it might be able to hurt me. I can't remember which quests are safe and which ones aren't, so we will just play it very, very safe. Easiest way to solve that problem. Would honestly love more woodcutting to be done. Genuinely just isn't, we aren't destroying nature fast enough. Come on guys, need to step it up.
A player has opened up new land. A player has opened up new land.
Alright.
A player has opened up new land.
Let's go with that.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
More linens.
2 players are signing a trade treaty.
Upgrade these so that we can get the throughput that I'm looking for. Because at the moment they're being starved. That's why the hemp's building up.
Production has been
Need
disrupted.
to see these running. One thing that might actually help just cut down on time just a smidge. Another thing that would probably help is still some stone road put in. There we go. It's a horrific
A player
extravagance,
has opened
but
up new land.
we will go with it.
You might find these building plans useful.
That's a complete accident that fits. That's really funny. It fits really well as well. Cool. They're still getting starved because they're not getting any hemp.
A player has opened up
So
new
much of
land.
it. This one's fine. We shouldn't have built them in between. The fishermen will take up a lot of
2
priority as
players
well.
are at war.
Let's delete this. And pop the an extra warehouse in there just to start managing the hemp because this is getting ridiculous. There we go. That's fixed it. See, it was purely just a wagon issue. Still is a wagon issue, apparently.
2 players are at war.
You have the hemp. Go deliver it. Maybe I'm too used to like the later installments of the series where you can get away with a lot more. So pushing your carts, but they're all declaring war on each other. We don't even have weapons tech because I'm slow. We're an hour in and I haven't hit patricians yet. This is tragic. On so many levels, it's tragic. Build some stone streets because we can. And
Some patricians.
patricians.
We could support each other with a trade treaty.
No.
It's a pity.
I'm gonna
you're
need all that
refusing.
money quite soon.
It's a pity you're refusing.
Your town's coming along splendidly. Keep up the good work.
My goodness, your settlement. You have a natural talent.
Slowly, you're starting to develop
Pick
something
up an
resembling
absolute ton of
style.
material if you could, please. Before you go.
An inferno is destroying your settlement.
It was about time you made something out of this one.
And that's cheered her up as well because we're not trash anymore. Firemen can go put that out. If only the fire service could work like that in real life, right? You just pop them down and magically a fire engine appears. That'd be awesome. Virtually everybody's moved in, so let's just slam taxes. Very good. We've sent an absolute ton of building material down here. We're going to build these guys up now. We're going to start getting some more of their goods covered. The main reason we want to start doing this sort of stuff is we want quartz. And what's quite nice actually... What the hell? When did they do that? Is this not my island?
Welcome.
I've only just noticed this now. That's why she hates me so much. Did I found on it when it was hers, or did she just ninja in? Oh, it's too far back to see. I could have swore I was the only one that took this island. Maybe I was too slow and didn't notice. It explains a lot. We're walling this off. We're going to take all this. What I originally wanted is all this is green down here. We were going to make the glass down here. But she's built housing on top of the fertile land because the AI.
Population has
She's now hit patrician, which is now very scary. So I forgot to buy the letter as well. That ship needs to turn around. While I screw around and just screw everything up in general, let's start getting our hands on more stone, because it kinda becomes the be all and end all resource. So stone, what we can try and do as well, if we're savvy, which I've already proven that I am not, if we can ram some farming in here. Can that fit? I think it can. Famous last words, I suppose. This is a waste of resources. Okay. That will definitely work though, so. He says. That doesn't work either. I'm actually brain dead. What is wrong with me today? Play it safe. So if I had to delete another one, I was going to cry. We'll go for the rope yard. Had to make that so hard for myself, didn't I? Right. Cool. That's built when we're ready to start doing things like that.
I regularly.
Give me the blue bit of
Good deal
paper.
there.
We'll sail down, we'll drop all this stuff off, and we'll sail, we'll pick up the paper. Or drop off the paper, rather. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now there is another iron mine somewhere on this island. I don't want to use that one, so this one it is. And the charcoal burner is going to get some degree of freedom, I'll tell you that much. Nice one. This is going to be our weapons production for, you know, like swords and whatnot. We are about to run out of cider, so peasants don't get to drink it just now until I fix it. Hemp's struggling to be picked up. Should have an absolute ton of it though. Barely have enough linen garments.
A fellow
It's
player has gained
concerning.
more influence in a settlement.
See, that looks like arson to me, because that's way too big a fire to be
There is a
normal.
lack of
It's already got
cover
a
in
keep,
your settlement.
and he's walling everything up. That is very scary to see. It shows just how slow I've been all game.
Life ain't easy most of the time.
Life ain't easy
like
most of the
being in your
time.
town.
That house is about to catch fire, potentially. It's sooting. The pirate is going to
You
start
have been
rearing his
chosen
ugly
to
head,
represent
and he
the
will be here
Empire's interest.
first, so... In fact, there's a pirate ship right there, so we're going to have to wait till that passes.
Fire is devastating your city.
There's that fire. Making very roundabout path rather than having it go that way, but fine, it works. Cool.
You and you alone.
Jeez, guys. Quests galore. 30 tons of weapons, though. Hands down, that's worth it. Ditch the wood so we can move faster. Try and keep out of his way. It's fine, the turret shot him. It's all good. Where are your castaways, buddy? Very close by to friendly land. That's what I like to see. His are miles away, but there's not going to be pirates up there yet, so we can do both. Cool. Flagship is very overburdened. Should probably get a shipyard up. 20 rope. We did start building the rope really late, to be fair. We can start weapons manufacturing them. When we drop off this letter, it's going to enable us to start working on glass. Weapons and glass are the two biggest things for getting, you know, that side of things running. I am going to build a wall just to stop them from taking any more of our land.
Your continuing efforts let the trade.
Give me.
The trade sounds good to me.
Bring that up here.
Your continuing efforts. You have learned a lot. May Allah bless you for your kindness to my people.
I think what we honestly might have to do, though, is ship the quartz. We'll make the potash on one of the other two islands we have. I don't want to make it on the main island. Did we secure both of them? We did, actually. That's really good that we have both. Okay, cool. And we're out of stone again, so back down yous go. Second rope yard up now, because we really need that rope. Patricians pay off
henchman has been
big time for taxes, but only once you've actually got enough of them to warrant building all their stuff. Now, he came out of a house, which means I've missed one at some point. And if I had to guess, he's in this house. I really should build the base of operations for this area. I can't really afford it. It's sick. I don't really know. Okay. It's gonna go here then.
I've been expecting. Awesome.
That's the one unfortunate thing about this building. It doesn't blend in seamlessly with patrician houses. We'll leave it as it is. So these guards here, they'll patrol the streets, but what we can do is we can get them to purposely
Envoys have settled in another player's oriental settlement.
send the guy off and he's going to check the house. She's hit envoys on our island. I am very annoyed. But it's fine, we're getting the quartz now. And you've got the tools, which they need as well.
If there were an enemy spy in the area.
Nice, and they captured the safe house. Which is perfect. We're not flush with cash. If we were, I would start building up, getting like silken carpets and doubling up the number of people that live there, but we can do that later. Getting more patricians is honestly the big milestone we need at the moment.
Things are
That
slowly
requires
but surely
stone.
looking up for this city.
Got back to 100%. Nice one. What am I doing? I meant to pick up his castaways before heading back. That was the whole plan. We're going to do a circle. Pick up those castaways, home. There's a lot of pirates kicking about nowadays though.
Enemy ships have been sighted in your territorial waters.
Run! I'm glad I spotted that. I'm usually pretty slow with these kinds of things. Don't turn around. Stupid waypoint not working. We're running out of fish. Run out of cider as well, quite frequently. Well,
A
once
player
that's done,
has
we
opened
can-
up new land.
Well then, show me the respect I deserve.
One of your ships is being attacked by corsairs.
This is the problem point of the corsairs. Should be able to run, so it's just a case of preparing.
Won't you give a
everything.
couple of miserables?
No.
As if our lot wasn't hard enough already.
Be gone, beggar!
Well, that is fantastic news.
Right. So the really messed up thing in this game is turning away desperate poor people. The rich people pay you money to not have the poor people in the city, which is awesome. It's free money. It will eventually come a cropper, but for now we can just ignore it. It's free money. Which is the best kind of money, really. Right. They should be willing to promote on that amount. Yeah, which they are. Excellent.
2 players have agreed to peace.
It's good they have agreed to peace.
Might I ask if all of us here appreciate
completes
your
that.
willingness to help?
Corsairs are now miles away, so we'll go get North's quest done before I forget that it exists, because the honour is actually quite nice. Drunken crew, not too bad on a warship, I guess, to save you money, but I'd rather just have more stuff. Hey, we can build our first warship with all that. ton of weaponry. How many more have we got? Quite a few actually, that's fine. Quite a lot of stone we're still sitting on as well, so get that done. We'll get the potash smelting 510. No idea how many we have so far. Getting quite close. End of this round of promotions we'll have it. And we can start working on glass, because glass is the big one. It's going to be the thing that takes the longest to build up, and then in the meantime we can go get more peasants and start getting the rest of the patrician goods covered.
You have a wider range of buildings available to you.
Perfect.
Production has been...
Back to Grumpy. Same for you guys.
I'm impressed by the speed.
Need the money. Need the money.
I assume you could not have...
She's already got armies. That's
As
a problem because she's going to declare war
Richard
on us next
Northborough
time.
is a target for all of the Emperor's opponents. But if you really think that it is in your advantage to hang on to his coattails, by all means, don't let me stop you.
Go. What we need now is just a regular trade ship. We'll queue that up. I think this is the most horrible city I've ever made in this game. There's some stuff I like. I kind of like how I did this. This had some form of brain cells involved in it. But the rest of this is atrocious. So bad. It could be worse. It could be so much worse. That's all I need to keep saying to myself to make it better. We desperately need more fish and whatnot as well, constantly for some reason. I think there was enough fish. Or is it just because it's not getting collected?
Corsairs are attacking your ship.
Topaz is
Shipbuilding
getting shot at.
completed.
2 of them now, that's quite a problem, but they have backed off, which is good. We're going to queue up another warship. Or
Fire
2.
is raging in your settlement.
And then we can use that to sort of focus on things. We'll deal with the fire in a second. I completely forgot this thing was out here.
Settled by another player.
So, come drop that off. Those Corsair ships are just sailing about for fun, sinking stuff. So Paz is sailing straight into them. But we're good. Nice one. Okay.
Players cancel their trade.
Let's make the potash on the bigger island, so let's go drop all this off over here. And if we get 2, I think it's 2 potash smelters, that's enough to run 2 glass smelters. I believe. I could be completely wrong on that. I did not tag that trade ship wherever it is. But we are going to complete that quest, which makes me happy. Just build warships now. We can get glass started, which is what you use to get. So 2 big things the glass is used for initially. The keep is the biggest for us, because if we get declared war on at the moment, we're vulnerable because of this. She can just land an army here and then take our spices away from us. And I'll be damned if I'm going to lose the spice to the AI. That would be even more atrocious.
An enemy henchman is causing trouble in your...
What have you got to report?
Oh, well, he's not where I expect him to be. Oh, this is bad. There he is.
I'm delighted to see that you feel free to come and have a look around. I'm delighted to see that you've taken the doors of my storehouse. I accept this trade.
He's just giving me herbs for free.
I'm delighted to see that you've taken up this important matter.
You never cease to amaze me.
Could
I
actually,
can really depend on you.
could actually drop that here. That's fine. Hey, potash. It should now be done. Nice one. So, do a cheeky route from. Currently, it's here to here, but we'll put something in between. Pick up potash. Drop off potash. Done. Nice one. We can drop the herb seeds off. Right.
Consider these building plans a gift from our population.
Have them ready to go when all that arrives. That'll be great. I honestly don't know what the next sort of priority should be from here. Should honestly be expanding the Orient, to be quite honest. We need to get to Envoys. So give me all that stuff, give me all the stone, and let's go. Why do we have so much iron? Weaponsmith exists. Yes. 1, 2. Oh, we're missing a toolsmith. That's why there's so much excess iron. Not that it's a bad thing to have it, just... We'll have him on the other side.
Shipbuilding completed.
Cool. There we go. Second warship is done as well. Which is good, because this is getting even more... It's just honestly just pirate central at the moment. That's the same ship, but I just... Oh, I'm really stupid. Okay. You're gonna get caught up in pirate nonsense if you go that way. Please don't. Saying that, so's the flagship. Okay, them being in one big blob, not great, but that's fine. We've avoided death for now. Oh, my head's killing me. We still not have potash yet. Come on, hurry up and make some. That's fine. That's going to cover glass, which goes... Where is glass? There it is. I'm just blind. That goes there. The big... Probably go for the church first, just so we can get that. But that's why we leave that size of space. Just look how big of the radius this thing is. It's a big boy. Very helpful. We'll go for more sharps, and we'll go for another one of... I don't think we need this woodcutter anymore. So what we'll do is we will copy you. 2, 3, 4. We'll go for that. Oh, once we have a tiny bit more stone, we'll go for that, I guess.
One of your ships is being attacked by corsairs.
Are you kidding me? They chose that ship. The ship that I need. That's
producing
not going to make it to port before it sinks. Aye, aye, aye. There's really not a lot I can do about this. My fleet isn't strong enough to fight that. Unfortunately, it just isn't. Sucks to be me, I guess. Right.
One of your ships has been sunk. Shipbuilding completed. One of your ships is being attacked by corsairs. Fire is devastating your city.
One thing at a time, please, game. Let's just chill out, alright? I'm feeling quite slow these days. That is quite a relevant problem, though. Build it there for now, even though it's really close to that one. I know it's in a foot. This whole layout is terrible. It's the most fractured thing I've ever made. What I usually like to do is have this in the middle, and then you've got like two auxiliary ones on the side as it goes down. But I've completely screwed it up because my island pick was terrible.
If you help me with this, I'll make sure the Sultan hears about it.
No,
Pardon,
that's a
the
terrible
misunderstanding.
quest. What we need now is wooden tools again. That's fine, we can go get that. Repair my warship as well while we're limping along. What I need to do really is pick off the Corsair ships before I can go pick up my potash. Should be fine now though. So let's add in Prometheus, who's the new boy, that's fine. Queue up another warship for when we have the rope for it. Hemp is drastically going down. Surprise, surprise.
Corsairs are attacking your ship.
What are they chasing? The flagship? Do you know what? Just turn around and kill it.
Two players have agreed to peace.
That's nice. Glad they're at peace. Hey, glass! It's amazing what happens when you don't keep getting sunk every 2 seconds. Let him repair. Actually, we should probably go for another trade ship because I'm going to need it soon. Can we also queue that up? Thank you.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods. Ship ready.
Try and get this thing fixed before we sail out. There we go. We ran out of cider right when I was trying to do promotions. That's just not cool, my man. It's just very uncool. Something like that, I'll do it for now. We've got garments for days, we've got spices for days. We might actually have to add. Just in case. Yeah.
An enemy henchman is causing trouble in your settlement.
Just in time to wait.
You have a wider range of buildings available to you.
Next one. We make virtually nothing as well when everyone's off cam. It's really tragic. Until the peasants get their act together as well.
All clear. All clear.
Ah, there was no spy hideout there. That's interesting.
Game saved.
Right enough, I bet every possible candidate with coffee is gone. Never thought of that. Noble Hill, clay and coffee. Ideally it would be clay and coffee as well. That's kind of what we're looking for. We can buy the fertility, but I'd really rather not. That would have been perfect, but he's nabbed it. I really wasn't thinking. I've really slowed down over this last hour. I don't know what's wrong. I'm getting quite tired. Getting very tired. But anyway, we can drop all this off and we can at least get carpets done.
The seeds have been planted.
The seeds have been planted.
The Sultan will allow you to construct these buildings.
Oh, I want to say it's 2 indigo and 1 silk, but I don't think it is. I've also just realised. Please tell me I have at least one of these river sites. I do. Whew. That would have been devastating. Only just realised that just now. Wasn't how I intended to lay that out, if I'm honest. More wasted space. We all make mistakes, right? We are going to use a really cool trick. It doesn't fit. I'm very wrong all my days. I hate myself so much. I can't even build a road. Like, I cannot even build a road correctly. I swear to God. So much I could say right
An
now.
island was settled by another player.
There we go.
Production has been disrupted.
Don't want too much more under the Noria because I'm really stupid and I'll forget to refill it at some point. Nice one. In the meantime, get them back on that. We good to go on the cider? We are, right. Get ready to start promoting people.
More influence in a settlement.
It must be extremely urgent.
Right. It's church time. I'm one glass short. There we go. All these guys promoted up because they're the important ones. Not as fussed about everybody else.
One of your ships is being attacked by corsairs.
Start making some money. We'll sink him, please. Annoying me.
A player has opened up new land.
Try and actually get some gameplay in because I am just slogging along. We're really running out of money as well. It's bad all round. How the hell did I used to do these? It was like an L-shaped type thing and it all filtered into more of them. Oh, I just don't remember. Oh dear. We'll build trams till I can,
Two
I
players
suppose.
are at war.
All of these places are technically claimed. They have the quartz mine. Do they have the other one? They don't. You could sneakily ninja this at the top to grow coffee from. And I genuinely think that's what we're gonna do.
An enemy henchman has been seen in your settlement.
Don't see the man. A lot more people walking around, it's a lot harder to see. not at a town centre that I can see.
An enemy henchman has simply vanished into thin air.
Yeah, he's made it in the door. It's the beginning of the end. Something will go wrong eventually. I'm too tired to keep an eye on all that. 6 more to promote. Nice one. We should have more than enough. Yeah, tons of shirts, tons of spice. You want castaways rescued? That's fine, we'll do that in a minute. Let's send him to go do it. Which one?
Thanks to you, we can finally enjoy a Sunday roast again.
More patricians up. We've managed to stay on the good side of the AI actually, somehow. Usually this would have ended up in war by now. I regret not just putting island difficulty on easy. Or, you know, not being an idiot and actually picking a good island, but yeah, could be worse. What I maybe should have done was warehoused and then built in this square. And then build this as the last bit and then filled it in. It probably would have looked a lot better if this was up the way rather than sideways. Or if it was like that at this point, then it probably would have turned out better, but even then, it's an absolute disaster.
Your remarkable performance must be rewarded.
What can I tell the Emperor about the quest? I knew you could be trusted with this essential matter.
You had better find another island.
I like that last your shot.
That tanked our rep, but it was worth it. So let's actually can leave a ton of that stuff there because we're gonna need a tower to protect it from stupid pirates. It doesn't have enough tools. Go pick up the tools then. All we need to leave is the bare minimum for the tower. So what does it actually need? 4, 14, and okay. Give me like most of that. That's still acceptable? Yep. Just need the 2 wood. Or the 2 tools rather. Tools. Churning through everything really damn fast. Finally back up to making real money again, which is good. And we'll make big money once they get other stuff. We can get to nobles. 2 hours in, not hitting nobles is pretty bad. Fairly bad gameplay. Oh, and I apologise to 99 whenever you sent that message, mate. I'm not used to having chat. I need to get used to looking more to the other screen to see stuff. I'm quite bad for it. I got a lot of practice in before I stopped, and then I ended up going backwards again to where I'm at, where I forget to look at the damn thing. So apologies. Right, so we needed 2 tools. This is so scuffed, like what I've had to resort to. This is basically piracy. Like they already own this island and I've just went like, this corner of it's now mine, and they went, no it's not, and I've went, well I'll deal with it, good luck. It's really horrendous all around. What we should do is try and buy clay on the way down. We're going to use this to make our mosaic tiles, because that's actually
Corsairs
what
are
we're
attacking
missing.
your ship.
Topaz is in danger. There's my 2 warships. Go sink that for me, please. Where do I want to keep?
I'm in full agreement.
One of your ships is being attacked by Corsairs.
You have a true knack for running your settlement.
There's a lot going on at once.
Just in time to prevent something much worse from happening.
You better run away. That was dead cheesy. While we're on the subject,
Welcome.
actually.
The Emperor regrets your situation, and has therefore...
Down there. Pop that. That's very good for us. I forgot this trade ship was sat here.
I'd be delighted to
Actually,
trade with
might
you.
keep the printing press thing. It'll be really useful later on. Let's go drop this off, and we'll try and get the warships into one big ball, because
A fellow player has gained more influence in a settlement.
imagine being able to play the game and buy council seats. Right, that should be us for patricians, I think. 1.5 something K is enough to have unlocked everything. Yeah, it is. There's the Dares jail. Cool. Nearly there. We will want noblemen before we go kill someone for a better island. Because we'll need the siege weapons to kill towers and stuff
A
properly.
player has opened up new land.
She goes first. Purely so we can get, you know, half of our island back. That would be nice. To be honest, just take wood. It's going to be the main thing this place needs anyway. Maybe should have put the bakery down here.
Fire is raging in your settlement.
Bad planning, but what can you do? My public services in this place are so bad.
Ship ready.
Nice one. We go. We formed the ball. Just about. So the idea is we're going to form a death stack and just sail around sinking stuff with the death stack. What we can do is we're a wee bit low on cash. We need weaponry, but we don't quite need that much. A little bit behind for the next warship. and we'll sell 60 of that off because we don't need it. Can actually do is wherever the flagship is, escort it. We will sell the weapons down here because we'll get more money for them down there. Sink a whole bunch of corsairs while we're messing around as well, which will be good. Right. The bakery's not in range. That's bad. It's going to cause problems. Fair enough. We can deal with that later. Keep
2 players are at war.
I think we're gonna need 2 bread and 3 beer, which is rough. So something along the lines of that to kick us off. If we continue that road along. Herb garden can fit in there nice and easily. All this iron will be quite good for Coopers later on as well, actually. Try and not block them off. He says that as he... I'll try and not block them off, he says. Oh my days. 100 IQ, honestly. I'm a genius. Absolute genius. That's so bad. I like how I talk about not walling it off, and I wall them off. It just really highlights, you know, it really highlights it. The island's now at max bread. New trade route. Bang, bang. Cool. We need a new trade ship. We'll get the jackets.
An island was settled by another player.
2 more stone.
Are you interested in a good deal?
Oh, 3 grand, that was...
This ship's crew can be trusted implicitly.
What do we need? Everything, basically. We'll get the beer and all that hooked up. The rest of this material is going to go to
henchman
Roseyard.
is causing trouble in your settlement.
Oh no. Leave me alone. He could be anywhere, doing anything. That's the thing, because he escaped last time. So he's in one of the housing districts. That's where he's most likely to be, is in between the citizen housing somewhere. On one of these streets.
The enemy henchman has suddenly disappeared.
There's one in Wolf's Haven now as well. I hate the espionage part.
Someone has incited your population to revolt.
Oh, he hit me. I didn't see. He was right in front of the building. How did you not catch him? World's worst police station ever. Oh my god. Okay, that's going to cause absolute carnage. There's very little we can do about it. That fire station is really good. What we'll do is, in the short term, we'll build 2 more on the edges here, because this is going to get way out of control very quickly. They're going to need them. Okay. And nice one.
The people are rampaging through the streets.
I know they are. There's very little I can do about it right now. Next one. Give me all that building material back. Right, where's the brine deposit? Should only need the... Did they change something in the historic edition? Like, when did the AI decide to be... Like, I definitely claimed this first. Unless I'm going insane. When did they make the AI just ninja islands that you had? Because if I had ninja'd this from pink, I would have taken a massive penalty for it. They definitely changed this in the historic edition. This would never happen with the AI unless you did it, or in a multiplayer scenario, which was usually a death sentence for both of you. Like, I've never seen this, because none of this was here. I owned this whole island. That is such a cool change that you've actually got to be alert for this kind of stuff. It's going to make him better or even harder though, because you're going to have to wall all this off before you have the money to actually use any of the land. That's going to be horrible. Okay. We managed to get one of the brine deposits, so it's fine. Brine, saltworks, charcoaler. Please tell me she didn't steal any of the river tiles. We're good. Right. 4 piggies. Perfect. There's the piggies done. Do we have enough for the tanners? That's the question.
We heard of your generosity, so we just came here. So this is your idea of charity.
There is no generosity to be found here, my man. We should really build a fort now, though. I'm gonna have it cover this beach. Shame we sold all our weapons for 3 measly grand. But that's fine. We can start building an army. It's fine. Are you guys... Oh yeah, you guys aren't really paying taxes. You're busy burning down my city. Bunch of savages.
We need your help to prevent the end.
Please don't let the tavern burn down, guys.
Warning, you've already been playing.
There's the 2-hour mark. 2 hours, and we aren't even at nobles. Such a tragic story. Very tragic. Oh. Okay. I want to go get books started. We're going to need a ton of glass for books. We're also going to need a little bit more stone, probably, for printing houses. We're going to need a bit of that, and we're going to need a ton of wood. On we go. Onwards. We are going to have to chop down trees.
These are the building plans that I can issue to you at present.
Make sure I remember to replenish those, so I'm bad for that. Oh, we've got 8 gajillion fish, but no cider. Game hates me, honestly. It's fine. We just have to make it through patrician. Why is the church now on fire? Drink's going to be covered soon. Jackets are going to be covered soon. Participation and... no, not participation. Security and property are the last two. Property we've covered because that's a way to go do. The jacket should be covered.
A mob is on the brink of torching your settlement.
I'll let them torch it and maybe wear them out a little bit. I would love to get a large trade ship up. Don't think that's happening anytime soon. They're big, they're fast. Perfect. 2 weapons. What we want is a big army next. The military in this game is quite unique, but it's quite clever how it works. So the green zone is like an area of control. So like if the unit's over here, that extends our zone of control. And when you're attacking an enemy's island, if your zone of control covers their warehouse, the army, and depending on the number of armies, will capture that warehouse after so long and transfer it to you as well as its build radius. You cannot place units inside enemy area of control, which will be noted in red. So like if they have an army here, I can't just plank an army there on top of them.
Would you like to
Once they've built their encampment and they're set up, they can charge within a certain range and attack stuff outside of their zone of control. So it's quite clever. They'll have armies attacking your armies, and you can force encampments to run away or stay.
One day you are certain to trip over your own cleverness.
One thing we never set up, actually, we really should have been making tile this whole time. It's fine. You can just neglect the Orient. What could go wrong? Paper mill. Bonk. Here we are. The magic that is paper. Now we need an absolute ton of indigo, if I remember rightly.
Your people can no longer control the flames.
It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Just it'll peer out, guys. It'll peer out. We can also set them to calm now as well, I believe. Everybody should be on calm. Yeah. Same with here, actually. You guys can be on calm too. Hey, 1.4k in taxes. That's what you want to see. There we are. Now we just make the 2 printing houses. We just add that onto our existing route. And 2 books should last us ages. It's definitely overkill.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
10, 6, 7, 4. Oh my day. Yeah, let's just go and pick all that stuff up. So you see we deploy them, they start building their encampment, they set themselves up, then they can actually do things. Naval invasion wise is a bit more complicated, so if you own the island we can bring them into our warehouse and then deploy them. If we don't own the island you've got to build a coastal fort and it consumes the army, so you always want to use a small army for that. But yeah, I think we kill the Baroness here.
I was just thinking about it. Oh, so it doesn't worry you.
Yeah.
Greetings.
You have my
Relations wise, we're
almost didn't recognize you.
semi-okay with everyone
You're
else.
here again.
And what?
These are the
once
medium
again?
AI, it's a lot easier to get friendly with them. Hard AI not so much. Oh my days. Glad I built those extra fire stations, that's all I'm saying. Still might lose a house or 2 though. God, revolts are fun. We've almost got beers fulfilled. Is that going down faster than it's being brought in, I wonder? Shouldn't be. Do you know what I might do actually? Can we get our ship to go drop some building material off up here? Just a smidge. Doesn't have to be a lot. Oh, I'm going to make it a lot because it's just easier than messing around in menus, but yeah. So for this, for the what I want it for, I think it's 1 quartz, 2 clay to 1 mosaic. I think to 1 as well. So I'm just gonna fill up the ship, just to keep life simple. That should be all the goods though. So we have enough beer coming in finally. We should have the jackets. I think I forgot to add them. Yep, there's an absolute ton of them just sitting there. Yeah, nice and straightforward. Right, one way or another, that's enough building material, so let's go. I didn't need to buy the clay seeds, it already has clay. Or is that their clay seeds? I'm probably just... It probably already had clay and I'm just stupid and didn't need to spend the honour. Hallelujah. Hey, we only lost like 2 houses. So yeah, that's what a revolt does. It basically charcoals your entire city. They are very annoying. It's ironically the least devastating thing the spy can do as well. The firebombing is definitely worse. And the absolute worst is the illness one, which you get at Nobleman tier. That is, without a doubt, the most horrible. So those 2 are going to get filled, so now all we actually need is the debtor's prison. 60 stone. 24 glass, big pile of gold, all nice and sensible.
An enemy henchman is causing trouble in your settlement.
We were able to apprehend this scoundrel just in the nick of time. So, you want me to do your dirty work?
He's in this house or this house. Find him.
The little sum of money is a trifling amount to you, is it not?
This is gonna spark a war.
Show a little more respect before a lady.
Ooh, it hasn't. Must have more military than her. That's a good sign. Did he find him?
I looked everywhere.
It's this house then.
Enough. I shall put a stop
Nope,
to
it
your
was
vigilance
enough.
once and for all.
There's the war.
One of your ships is being attacked by Corsairs.
I hadn't counted on this.
It's when they caught him.
Gun.
I thought that was her attacking that ship, not the AI. It's less than helpful when my entire navy's in the wrong part of the world. Someone's doing something.
I would be interested in your contribution from a financial point of view. Do I understand you right?
If there were an enemy spy in the area,
An enemy fleet is advancing into your territory.
That was unfortunate. New trade ship, I guess. New warship as well, if we can. She has built watchtowers, but we can deal with that. We do need to be a lot more careful on our way home, however. Which I've only just cottoned on to that. Is everyone else at war with
Get out
her?
of my sight.
Yeah, everyone else is at war with her. Okay, this bodes well. In fact, they're landing armies, so this is what I meant earlier. So they've built a coastal castle, and then they're landing the
Shipbuilding
troops in.
completed.
It's quite cool to see the AI actually bother to do it. Like against each other, because they're all cheating such and suchies. Right, we're home free now. I want to sink all these Corsair ships in my land before we resume any trade nonsense. Also, there's something really funny about having the tavern right behind the church. Don't know what it is, but it's funny. Hey, they've got clothing, and they're getting books. They must have only had 1 or 2 books. Oh no, it's about to drop off like 20 odd. Good stuff. Go kill him.
Fire is raging in your settlement.
Fire has broken out. I honestly could not care less about a peasant on the very edge, but we will build him a fire station regardless.
Two players have agreed to peace.
I could afford 100 such ships.
What I want is all of that in one giant stack. There we go. So we can now select all of that. I love this toolbar, man. best thing in the game for managing stuff. I pity anyone who's ever played 1404 and 2070 and didn't know you could do stuff like this, because honestly, it really makes life easier. And I want Mirror Creek, not really. Could build a decent-ish city on it. Capturing that is going to be a nightmare though. What we should focus on, we should really invade Wolf's Haven. So let's get the building material together. We'll actually get the armies out as well. Get them loaded into ships.
By. We're marching on.
And let's go take what is rightfully mine.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So that we can go get making more mosaic tile as well, because that would be quite helpful. What am I going to need? Stone, tools mainly, and a bit of wood. It's quite cool watching the armies sort of march off. We can now, as well, if we wish, push the almighty button.
Noblemen have settled in your city.
Hey, tier 4! It only took 2 hours and 23 minutes. That's for the longest it's ever taken me to do this. That is horrendous. But we've done it. And they're happy with that. As they damn well should be. Right. Noblemen.
A trade treaty.
Enemy ships have been sighted in your territorial water.
A trade treaty would mean a real improvement for us both.
Sure.
I'm so relieved.
Presumably, noblemen are refusing to come here because we lack some important goods.
Yep.
I have important, it seems. I may have...
So, the noblemen are dead picky individuals. So, they actually start at calm. And they will not improve until we have meat. They will not be happy till there's meat.
It seems I may have been rather hasty.
Once you unlock meat, they'll be happy and they'll move in up to 40 until you reach a new number.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So are we running out of bread and beer, or is it sufficient? I think it is sufficient, which is good.
You must have something to offer the nobility if they're going to come and live in your city.
Funny. There's 25 tons of bread.
2 players have agreed to peace.
Oh. All my allies in this war have left me.
Just
it's a shame. Okay. Well, we're going to go conquer all this, and then that's going to allow us to get more stuff
What
done.
building project are you planning?
Actually, I forgot to check. Oh, it is exactly 2 to 1. Okay, cool. What I really need is bigger ships, which is going to require a port. Harbour Master's office. That's the gaffer. So we're going to want a watchtower here, and then we'll build the large shipyard so we can get big ships. We'll have them do a lot of these southernmost routes. They're faster, they're more durable. They'll handle it a lot better than the small ones, because we do replace the small ones quite often. They die a lot. because we have noblemen now as well, it's high time to get war machines up. We just require one more piece of glass. There we go. That'll just consume an absolute ton of rope and wood, but we make tons of it anyway. War machines are used to buy trebuchets.
Completed.
Trebuchets aren't the best ranged unit, but they're a ranged unit. So when they deploy, they're weaker than armies, but they can be used to destroy like walls and forts and things of that nature. You kind of need them. Right, so armies actually
Your orders,
arrived, which is perfect.
come on! We're ready.
You are capable of such effrontery.
We're marching on. Yes, sir. Forward, march. We're
Now,
standing by.
there's a mechanic in the game
We're on
for
our
how
way.
you're supposed to heal armies, and it's incredibly expensive, right? We're going to pretend
your
that
ships is
doesn't
being
exist, and we're going to solve it in the coolest way you've ever seen. Really? We're back at this again. That ship's probably
Enemy
gonna
troops
sink.
are landing on your coast.
Oh, she's deployed an army now. Excellent.
Your ship is the target of enemy fire.
Come get me.
Oh, disrespect.
I need my navy elsewhere, because this harassment's going to start causing proper damage. Hey, armies are nearly there. Then we're going to start claiming her land offer. We're going to steal the city centre and burn it to the ground. I can't believe she built it on fertile land. It makes me so upset. Send a few trade ships down. Hopefully they get there.
A trade treaty now exists between two players.
Hunt him down, please.
Get out of my sight.
There's a new one coming.
I will sail.
Just to further annoy me.
Attention!
Excellent. Armies are here. Big one's
The
taking
enemy
ages.
is advancing into your territory.
Okay, so they've moved forward.
Shipbuilding completed.
The river, unfortunately, doesn't give you any sort of bonus, which is a little bit silly. But the watchtowers are dealing damage to this attacking army here. There's only one attacking it at the moment. This army should die before this one can do any meaningful impact on those towers.
One of your buildings is being attacked.
So you see, now that that second army's gotten involved, that is actually starting to turn the tide of the battle.
Attention!
But we're not going to worry about that.
Your instructions?
Because
On the way. 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on! One, two, one,
Go.
two.
The enemy is attacking one of your ships. Production has been disrupted. One of your ships is under fire. The enemy henchman has suddenly disappeared.
that's not good. I've got too much going on at once. This is just getting filled with stuff. This is the problem with war in this game. really ties up a ton of micro. She will potentially kill that tower before one of those armies dies, but it's fine. Focused on the offense. Can always deliver stone and other crap for defenses later. It's not a problem.
An enemy has destroyed your ship. One of your ships is being attacked by corsairs. Enemy ships have been sighted in your territorial waters.
Clearly
Your
need
ship
more
is the
watchtowers.
target
They
of enemy
just
fire.
sat under my... Uh-oh, I'm losing boats because they chased it into a harbour. That can happen every
Your
now and
ship
again.
is the target of enemy fire.
My bad there. Lost a couple warships.
This warlike pose doesn't suit you.
What's your command?
How many trebs are we up to? 11. We need 20.
What's your command? What do you want us to do?
This is the
What do you
best
want
way
us
of
to
doing
do?
it. And then you close in one of the small
Your
armies
orders?
pretty much on top of the area and the
One of your
warehouse.
ships was destroyed.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I can't.
Can you stop sinking all of my boats, please? I don't even know what that had. Actually, are we able to get the big boys up now? Build one of them. Start replacing the dead trade ships with the bigger ones. Also, change the warehouses are going to.
Enemy troops are landing on your coast.
Will actually substantially help if they're going to a shorter route. I know what that ship was carrying now. That was the construction material for the new wall.
Yes, sir. Bring them down.
Production has been disrupted. The enemy is advancing into your territory.
We're ready. Your instructions? We're on our way.
You have worn the enemy down.
Nothing can stop us. Come on. One, two, 1, 2.
It's time we started
We're
moving troops
marching on.
back so
We're
we can
standing by.
kick her off, madame. Land.
On the way.
That tower's gonna burn down. So we'll capture this area in 41 minutes time. It's mainly just because it's a single tiny army that's doing it. And we'll capture this area in 41 minutes time as well. So we'll slowly get there. We need to deal with this at the moment though, because this is getting a wee bit out of control. We must be getting close to the trebs. Yeah. The trebs will be needed for if we ever take this, because of the walls. It's a lot of stone, but they are worth it. The keep it well is in a really good place actually. It's really well done, but yeah. If we destroy all the countryside outside beforehand and blow up the mansion, then it'll be nice and easy, but That's just nippy.
Fire is raging in your settlement. Production has been disrupted.
They're killing my book production at the moment with what they're doing.
The enemy is about to take one of your trade buildings.
That's gonna screw up the glass. Deal. There we go. I can go pick that wood up now.
An enemy henchman has been caught in his safe house.
Okay, the police did their job.
An enemy henchman has been seen in your settlement.
What do you want us to do? Nothing can stop us! On the way.
If he chooses to attack that watchtower, they'll assist.
Yes,
if he
sir.
chooses to attack this one, they'll assist. Nice and easy.
Can I count on you? Couldn't you intensify your efforts?
An opponent is urging your population to revolt.
Oh, I missed that while I was focused on what I was doing. That's going to cause carnage. There's very little I can do about it. It's fine.
Enemy henchman has simply vanished into thin air. The enemy is attacking one of your ships. An enemy henchman has been seen in your settlement. Corsairs are attacking your ship.
Already under revolt. Really? You try to pick off the straggler? It's just not cool.
The mob is on the brink of torching your settlement.
There he is. That's that spy dealt with. Right. What's going on over here? Going to cut off the harbour so she can't just land people wherever. She'll probably end up rebuilding it over here, but then that's fine. I can then claim all of this.
Enemy troops are landing on your coast.
They finally withdrew. They're going to a sneakier spot to do what they were doing.
Get out of my...
The enemy is advancing into your territory.
We can actually bomb that army with the flagship's got enough range. Until they move, at least.
Your instructions?
Production has been disrupted.
Go pick up the tile.
A fellow
and
player
deliver
has
it.
gained more influence in a settlement.
Your instructions?
Don't know where they're trying to go.
Your orders?
So they're going to take that over in 10 minutes because of how many troops they've got in that one spot. That small army actually made it past as well. And she's done exactly what I thought she would do and just rebuilt that over there. Fantastic. Let's go and kill that now as well. What a mess, honest. The tavern's on fire again. And the debtor's prison's on fire as well, just to really rub in the pain. Where would I do the salt? I'd probably do it in Rose Yard, but you know, I've lost most of Rose Yard, so it's going to be a war as well. This is a mess. I own so little land. Like, normally you own very little in 1404, but like this is something else. Military expenses will be getting out of control as well. Yep. This is a disaster.
Two players are at war with one another.
How disrespect.
Absolute disaster.
You have worn the enemy down. The people are rampaging through the streets.
I know they are. There's let it burn, it's fine. It's all gonna be okay. Hey, we can finally get envoys. What's that? Nearly 3-hour envoys. I'm so glad.
Could it be that you have something?
Welcome.
Welcome. So how could I be?
How are you? What are you saying? Other nobles want to follow.
We're standing by. What's your command? We're standing by. What's your command?
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
These are the building plans that I can issue to you at present.
Let's just get loads of storage, stockpile all this stuff for now. Do we come up with something better to do?
We're standing by.
I know.
I do not know where the treb is. It has just vanished. There it
We're
is.
listening. As you wish.
There we go. Just so I can cue the order. Oh. Right, well, that's 2 hours and 46 minutes. So, apologies to 99. I didn't see your message when you said hello. I feel bad because, like, that's, you know, nothing worse than feeling like you're being ignored. It's just a case of me being ignorant and not being used to looking. This has been an absolute dumpster fire of an Anno 1404 session, but But I suppose that kind of makes it a bit more unique and interesting to have a really horrible island and to have played this out badly. There's going to be a lot of this until we get more
One of your plants has stopped
in my comfort
producing
zone,
goods.
I suppose. It would probably help if I played when I was a bit more awake as well, but there's so much stuff I need to do that I'm not doing right now. That would be a priority. But hey, we'll come back to this tomorrow. Hopefully by then, or I don't think it'll be tomorrow, but whenever I come back to have some free time to come back to this, we'll hopefully fully reclaim this island, so it's ours, and we'll start picking off all our support islands so we can fully claim them for ourselves as well. We'll claim her main island, and those sort of support islands, so the side ones. The wine is actually really good. The extra salt will help as well with the bear caves. We can start getting a lot of the nobleman goods done. We'll build this place up to nobleman tier as well, and we can start managing a more population, making more money. We will then go and free the rest of this because we'll need it. We'll then wipe out Helena. Once we reach a sort of point where we've got a lot more population and money, we will have an absolutely massive army and navy, and we can just start smashing the AI a lot faster. We are probably going to lose our glass production though. And thankfully they're marching to the coast because they're trying to escape because they're on low HP. Except they're going to be murdered by the ships, which is perfect. So yeah, we will leave this here.
One of your ships is being attacked by Corsair.
What's your command?
This is as far as we have gotten. So, actually, we will drop a save the game, and I'll see you guys another time.
Save.
My hope is to just sort of keep continuing this series, and we'll play through the games. We'll have a couple different sessions on this, get through Anno 14.4, then we'll go to the next game. And there's going to be a lot more confusion when we get to the later games because I genuinely don't have a Scooby what I'm doing because I never played them, so it'll be quite interesting. But I will leave it be for now. Hope you have a good day and take it easy. Tell me if I remembered my hotkey.